If you do have a secondary or even a tertiary monitor, make sure that you set it all up to watch all the games going on. As said, we got the main channel with the production, with all the guys that you know and love. That's gonna be over at ESL_CSGO. We do have me, Jeet, here on ESL_CSGO B. And over on ESL_CSGO C, it's gonna be Dean Brownie and Mitch Man Casting. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I see we have a decent amount of viewers already tuned in, and we are getting down into it. This is going to be the pistol round here. Big on the T side, forZe on CT. Santerra's catching one, but Jerry with a nice double from atop the balcony. Catching a triple as well. Titian and Sersen do manage to answer back. It's now going to be Flit and Almacer up against Titian and Sersen. But Titian taking care of Almacer. And now all on Flit, but he goes down as well. Titian with a nice triple. And Big will pick up the pistol. Real quick, let's get through the lineups on the two teams, of course. As you can see, you've probably already seen it. Over on the big side of it, we got Titian, Keto, Tapson, Santerra's, and Sersen. Over on forZe, we got Exit Power, FaceCrack, Jerry, Flit, and Almacer. As I said, Big picking up the pistol is definitely going to be helping them out. Nice double nade down towards the bottom of Connector as well. Dealing so much damage on FaceCrack and a little bit of damage on Almacer as well. Big trying to gather some information and some map control out towards the middle portion of it. This is going to be Keto taking care of FaceCrack. FaceCrack did take a good chunk of damage. There is another player fairly close by in towards that Connector area. That's going to be Almacer. He has taken a bit of damage as well. Fairly slow start to the round here for Big. They did deal a good amount of damage out towards middle early on, but now they are slowing things down slightly. They are going to be setting up for the execute in towards the B bomb site. So they got 3 players in towards ladder room here. Up on short, they're going to go for that aggression. With the smoke out. Flash as well. I think that smoke actually failed. I think the smoke landed on the top of the roof, if I'm not completely mistaken. Exit Power, a good shot on towards the short position. Keto gets taken down, but Sersen answers back. Flit catches one. Titian, good trade from him. He catches a double. It's now going to be all on Almacer. Decent amount of damage dealt towards the big side of it. And Almacer could potentially find a frag here, but now his position is known out towards short. And obviously not a whole lot he can do from this one, seeing as his position is known. Titian gonna be going for a bit of a peek, spots him out, and Almacer more or less forced to fall back. At this point, he could actually be considering just holding on to the Desert Eagle, seeing as the next round is going to be an eco, and it's always nicer to have a bit of extra firepower for an eco round. But obviously, he wants to try and see if he can deal a bit of economic damage towards the opposition, potentially find a weapon and pick that one up instead. It's not going to happen. Big doing the right thing. Oh, okay, interesting. No idea what just happened. Seems like we're still good though, so beats me. Beats me. Either way, Big do manage to pick up the round. 3 players do manage to survive. And as I said, Almacer holding on to his Desert Eagle as well. Obviously, not only the Desert Eagle, also the head armor, which could potentially help him out for this round. It means that the Galil is not going to be one shot, but there's only one Galil in play, as you can see. We do have 3 AK-47s and the scout on Certain. It's going to be Santaris who catches the first. Jerry gets taken down. They are looking to try and spray down underneath the balcony. Down below towards Shadow. But no one is in that position, so no one takes any damage. And Big, they are going to be pushing in further towards the bomb site. Titian, he's watching for the flank here. Takes care of the first. There is another player close by. Takes care of that one as well. Santaris, in the meantime, finding another player on towards the bomb site. And once again, it is going to be all on Almacer. Almacer left alone once more in a 1-on-5 situation this time around. Again, you might be considering, isn't it better to try and deal a bit of economic damage? Potentially. But he does have the head armor, and obviously holding on to that will help him out, get it a bit more utility for the next round. It's definitely a good decision for him to just fall back and see if he can hold on to that head armor. Big doing the right thing as well. Trying to hunt him down, making sure that they press or put pressure on the economy early on. Ooh, Almacer taking a lot of damage, almost dying. That was way close for Almacer. Somehow he managed to survive, saved by the bell, if you will. And Big do manage to pick up the 3rd round on the board. Fairly quick and fast aggression in towards that A-bomb site. Taking the initial frags and securing the round fairly convincingly. See, we already got the chat bullies riling together, poking fun at me for my way of pronouncing Titian. You're right. I'm not German. I understand German perfectly fine, but I can't speak it. I just can't. I was taught once, but I forgot. So bear with me. So I'm trying to correct it, I suppose. Either way, finally the first gun round here. We do have exit power with the AWP. Going for a bit of aggression up towards B apartments, but Tapson, that's a nice shot on to Almacer. Keto burns exit power. Jerry with a nice double here. Tapson finding one as well. Certain with that AWP trying to connect. Somehow we're missing all the action. As Face Crack left alone, 1-on-3 situation does get taken down by Certain up on short. That will do it. Big picking up the first gun round as well, making it 4-0 on the board. Off to a fairly strong start here on the T side as per usual. Again, the map has been chosen by Big, so it makes pretty good sense that they are comfortable on it. It's something that we know in the... We know from the, from other times watching them on this map. They are very comfortable here on Mirage. We've seen that before, time and time again. A very comfortable round for them here as well. And now, it is going to be a bit of a min-buy here for forZe, so it should be fairly convincing round once again for Big. I've said that before, and I've been wrong before, so let's see how this one pans out. We do have those Desert Eagles. We do know how dangerous those upgraded pistols can be. Not only the Desert Eagle, also a 5.7. It's a weapon that we see more and more, get used more and more. Actually deals quite a bit of damage in recent time. Jerry on an SMG, but again, should be fairly easy pickings here for Big, and they have found the first couple of frags. Extra Power and Flit got taken down. Tapson watching in towards window, but Keto in the meantime, he connects on one. Jerry does trade him out with that SMG. Tapson connecting onto Almacer. Jerry is going to be the final player standing for forZe. He's managed to pick up an AK-47. He's going to do his best to try and see if he can get past and make a move in towards Palace. Try and hold on to this AK-47 for the next round. That would not be a bad bust here for Jerry. Be pretty nice for him to try and see if he can hold on to that for the next one. Jerry does manage to find yet another and will be able to hold on to the AK-47. That gives him enough money to buy into the AWP and throw that over to Exapower. Big finding yet another round on the board, and again, 3 players surviving, so their economy is obviously already looking pretty nice. See, 8,000 on Cerson, 6.5 on Santeras, 6,000 on Taps, and 5 on Keto. So much money all together here for Big. Actually, a real good start here on the T side. We do typically say that this has become a more T-sided map nowadays. I would say like 9-6, 10-5, something like that is fairly typical nowadays for the T side. Obviously, another thing that helps to that. Boom. Cerson going for the peak, but that doesn't work out. Exapower shuts him down. Just covering the angle. But as I said, another thing that works in the favor of Big here is it is their map choice and they are very comfortable on it. That is obviously going to help them out as they move forward here. We have a couple of players down towards the RAM barrier. Exapower, good move on the AWP. Down towards the RAM barrier as set. We do have Santeras moving forward. On the opposite side of it, it's Jerry and FaceCrack. Patiently waiting here for the moment. Trying to find the timing on the peak, but it is going to be Jerry who pushes out, but Santeras still taking him down. FaceCrack with a frag. Exapower as well. Exapower is going to be looking for more, but it is going to be Flit who catches the final one onto Titian. And that is going to be forZe picking up their first round on the board. Not a bad round either. Good setup over towards the A bomb site. Very comfortable defense here for forZe. Big, obviously, as I said, they had a good amount of money in the bank. So buying up is not going to be any issue whatsoever. Titian taking a good chunk of damage from one of the two AWPers. It's Almacer who connects a shot on Titian. Exapower and FaceCrack finding the first couple of frags. Santeras and Cerson getting taken down fairly early. Flit connecting on Tapson. Tapson was trying for a bit of a flank in towards the B bomb site. It is now going to be all on Titian and Keto to try and see if they can make something happen over towards this B bomb site. Flit gets taken down. That could potentially do it. Keto, he is fairly healthy. Titian not so much. Oh, what a peek from Keto. Almacer gets taken down. Exapower with his AWP connects onto Titian. Keto will get taken down himself. That will indeed do the trick. Exapower with a nice triple for the round. That will be the second round on the board here for forZe. We do see the bomb getting planted for Big. And obviously that means that they will have enough money to buy up on most of the players. Titian is going to be a little bit limited. Other than that, the rest of them with a comfortable buy here. Cerson deciding to go for the AWP. That means that he does not have any utility for this one. Bit of a lucky block there onto Jerry with the smoke grenade. Jerry was trying to jump up on the short position. Exapower catching one onto Santeras. Jerry did manage to find one on Keto before he got traded out immediately by Tapson. They are going to be pushing forward out towards the middle position here. Tapson, yet another frag. Almacer needs to come up pretty big for this one up on short. Exapower posted up with the AWP over towards the A-bomb site. Trying to find an angle. Just holding in towards connector. He doesn't find anything just yet. Now he does spot a player. Or at least he got an idea about a player behind that smoke. And almost taking him down through it as well. Almacer posted up good position in towards Get Right. Patient waiting for the aggression to come his way. And as soon as the aggression comes, he takes aim and he finds the frag on Titian. He knows there's another player close by, and that's going to be certain with the AWP. Furthermore, he did have Tapson trying to go for a bit of aggression through Murder Hole and for a flank over towards the B bomb site, but he got taken down. That means that it is going to be yet another round on the board here for forZe. I do realize that the observing is not brilliant right now. I do want to apologize about that. It is a solo cast. I'm running production. I'm running observing. I'm trying to cast on top of all of that, and it does make it a little bit more difficult to keep all those things running smoothly at the same time. Try and put a little bit more focus on it here. Jerry trying through the smoke. FaZe just watching in towards apartments. We do have up on short. Flit could potentially find something, but with the bomb, or excuse me, the smoke going down, makes it a bit more difficult for him, of course. Down towards CT. It is going to be Jerry who's just patiently waiting for the aggression to come in towards ramp area. Flit, in the meantime, catching one from that short position, as I mentioned before. He's going to be looking for a little bit more in the meantime. Exapar posted up through the murder hole. He catches one. Jerry connects as well. FaZe cracked with the final frag for the round, and that is going to be forZe picking up their fourth. Again, fairly comfortable rounds here for forZe. Catching yet another 4-5 now. It was 5-0 at one point for Big, but now it's been 4 rounds in a row for forZe, and obviously it helps in terms of the loss bonus here for Big. This is already a pretty solid comeback here for forZe, and not only that, the rounds have been fairly one-sided. Been pretty good at securing rounds on the board in a strong fashion. Exapower posted up with the AWP. It is going to be Almace who catches the first. Exapower helps out. FaZe crack checking down towards underpass. There is another player up on short. It's going to be Tapson. Slowly but surely inching his way forward, trying to find an angle of his own. But he gets spotted out and taken down. It's now going to be all on Titian and Santeris. Smoke out towards middle Santeris, or out towards the A-bomb side, and now Santeris throwing the smoke in towards the window portion of it. That allows them to push up on short. We do have Flit in a good position here. Catches Santeris. Santeris can't do much about it. Titian taking a good chunk of damage, but dishes some out himself. Does find the frag on to Flit. Jerry, last but not least, he finds the frag on to Titian, shuts him down, and finds the 5th round now for forZe. Big having a few issues now. Not really connecting the rounds that they probably should have. Not really getting a whole lot done in the rounds either. They're not really dealing any damage. And obviously that makes it a little bit more tough for them. It is Big calling for a tactical timeout, as you can see. But that has been resolved. Big. It's a set a bit limited in their funds now. That's obviously a problem for them. It's been 5 rounds in a row now for forZe, and it's been 5 fairly clean rounds as well. Sure, they've lost a couple of players here and there, but as you can see, the economy for forZe is now pretty solid, actually. They're in a pretty good spot for it. Jerry posted up inside the smoke on shorts. Right beside him, 2 players pushing by, but Jerry catches both. Shots them down, and now the aggression is going to be moving in towards the A bomb side. Santerra's going to be trying to find the angle here, but it is going to be Exipar who takes them all down. Jerry with the final one for the round. Jerry with a triple for that one, and forZe yet another one on the board. First couple of frags for it. Once again, it's forZe catching the frags here, catching the opening battles, winning every single one of them. It is now down to just 3 players from Big. Titian has already taken a good chunk of damage in the round. We do have Tapson trying to make a move down towards underpass. Trying to find an angle, to find an opening. Not going to be able to find anything just yet. In the meantime, we got Santerra's just prodding and prodding over towards the A-bomb site, trying to see if he can find an angle over here. He's patiently waiting for Titian to make a move over towards the A side of it, setting up for the smoke here. But in the meantime, we do have face crack. Good positioning down towards CT. Jerry, he takes care of Tapson. Face crack still posted up. As said, it is now going to be all on Titian. He's already taken a good chunk of damage, and obviously that means there's not a whole lot left for him to do. Titian, 13 HP up against 500. As I said, pretty much absolutely nothing he can do about this one. He's going to do his absolute greatest to just try and see if he can hold on to the AK-47. What's a bit interesting here is forZe, they have so much money in the bank, but they still decide not to go for a chase onto Titian to try and take him down. It actually ends up working out alright for them. Had they taken him down, had they been able to hunt him down before the timer ran out, he would have been on roughly the same amount of money as the rest of the team. Now instead, he's gonna be on an hero AK. You all know I'm the guy who's not a fan of the hero AK buys. I remember a nice little meme being made about that in recent time. Almesa posted up on the B bomb site. Flit as well. Now aggression coming through. Santerra's in the meantime catching one over towards the A bomb site. Beautiful shot here onto Jerry, but not a whole lot left for him to do, obviously. And Titian, last man standing, is going to try and see if he can make his move in towards the B bomb site. See if he can get the bomb down. He's forced to reveal his position as he goes for a shot to mask him dropping down. That's a nice peek from Titian, but it's not going to be nice enough. Flit shuts him out. And forZe with 8 rounds in a row. Absolutely insane. said, 8 rounds in a row here for forZe. It was initially 5-0 for Big. And as I pointed out earlier, this map nowadays is typically considered a fairly T-sided map. And I said this is Big's map choice, and they're typically fairly comfortable on this map as well. So this is seriously not boding well for Big. It was looking very nice to start off with, but now they seem a little bit deflated, perhaps. That's not towards top of middle. Exit power in towards window. Gonna try and make a move up on short position instead. Try and see if he can find an angle with that AWP. In the meantime, Keto, he catches a frag over towards the A bomb sign. Exit power still trying to find an angle here. He is going to be going for the peak eventually. There are players out towards the connector area. Almost connecting the shot here, but not quite. Forced to fall back. In the meantime, Big trying to make moves up towards the A bomb side. We do have Almeza still in a good position in towards jungle area, but Santera is quickly trading him out. Now it's going to be all on Jerry and Flit to try and see if he can deny the bomb plan. That's not going to happen just yet, but Flit is in a good position as well. He spots the first. Oh, the trigger discipline is absolutely brilliant here for Flit. Connects onto taps and just checking a couple more angles to make sure he tries and deal with the final couple of players. Flit still going to be moving forward. Not going to be able to connect onto taps, and Exit Power throws down the smoke that allows them to get on the bomb if they choose to. We do have a player down towards the ramp area. Oh, the spray down coming through that denies the defuse. Exit Power and Flit should at this point be looking to fall back. Flit does manage to find one onto Santeras, but Flit will go down to the bomb. Exit Power do manage to survive, but finally another round on the board here for Big. That's going to be their 6th. And about time, honestly. As I said, 8 rounds in a row for forZe before Big finally connects another round of their own. We are going to be heading into the final round for the first half. And now the big question is, will it be 9-6 in favor of forZe, or will Big be able to bring this back at least somewhat and salvage a couple of rounds here towards the end of the first half? Serson with that AWP going for a bit of a peek out towards middle. It's going to be Serson who catches the first. There is another player fairly close by, that's Face Crack. Big doing the right thing. They find the frag and they decide to fall back. Typically, if you're super comfortable on a map, you would gladly take that duel more or less any time of the day and continue to push forward out towards middle. But seeing as that hasn't really worked out for them, I think this is the right decision. Try and see if they can change things up slightly. As you can see, we do have Big just setting up for that potential execute in towards the A bomb site. And Terrace sitting up with the smoke. You have Jerry posted up, but the smokes is gonna hinder on and obscure his vision a bit. Titian shuts him down. Nice frag indeed. Face Crack trying to find an angle of his own, and he does exactly that. Beautiful double. Denies the bomb for now. Quickly traded out though. Santeras shuts him down, picks up the bomb. Has got to try and see if he can go for the plant. In the meantime, Almeza trying to see if he can find a little bit more, but it's not going to happen. Eventually, he gets taken down. That will do it. I will secure Big the final round for the first half, making it 8-7. What a strange first half. Initially 5 rounds in a row in favor of Big. It looked like they were incredibly comfortable on this one. As I said, with that 5-0 on the board, making it look very easy to start off with, but then 8 rounds in a row for forZe to bring it all the way back and actually head straight into the lead. Obviously, that makes it a little bit more tough here for a Big. But they do manage to salvage a couple of rounds towards the end of this first half. And obviously, we all know 7 rounds on the board on the T side is way better than 5. Now the question is this going to be good enough for Big? As I pointed out, most maps nowadays have sort of shifted more towards favoring the T side, at least more than it used to be. Some maps are obviously still CT sided, but they've definitely shifted over towards the T side nowadays. Mirage is no different. One of the things that helps on Mirage is it is a bit of a puck heavy map that can help you out quite a bit on both sides of the aisle, obviously. It is one of those maps, as long as you know the default smokes to take mid control, to take the A bomb site and the B bomb site, you can set yourself up for situations where you can potentially find, a couple of frags around those smokes and help you out secure the entry towards either of the 2 bomb sites. I feel like this is a fairly important pistol here for Big. Sure, the last couple of rounds they managed to hit a couple of shots, but during the 8 rounds that forZe managed to get in a row, we didn't see a ton of shots landed. We didn't see a ton of duels won by Big. Actually, they lost pretty much every single one-on-one duel, and their spray wasn't really on point for any of the players, honestly. forZe just looking a little bit sharper right now, just looking a little bit more poised and ready for this one, it seems like. Obviously, that can quickly change as we progress into the game, as Big will sort of get warmed up, if you will, during the game. You should have taken care of that before the game started, obviously, but better late than never, as they say. We are just on a bit of a timeout here for the break, giving the players an opportunity to get ready for the next one. I see that we've entered squad mode over on Twitch. That gives you guys a brilliant opportunity. There should be a bar at the top of the channel that you're currently watching. You click on squad mode, or whatever it's called in English. I don't know why my Twitch is in Danish. It's kind of annoying, honestly. If it says squad mode up there, click it. It'll post up ESL_CSGO. This channel, which is ESL_CSGO-B, and ESL_CSGO-C, which is the channel with Mitch and Dean. Then you can watch all the games at the same time, sort of the old multi-Twitch, if any of you guys remember that from back in the days. I don't know if that's still a thing. It's not a thing today, because today we are using squad mode. But as I said, that just allows you guys to follow along nicely. And sort of see exactly what's going on all the different channels. As I said, we got Big versus forZe on this channel. Here on B channel, North versus Complexity on the C channel, and Navi versus Fnatic on the main channel. forZe going for very fast aggression in towards the A bomb side. Taps and Titian do manage to trade back, catching a couple of frags each. But in the meantime, forZe, they're going for the rotation back over towards the B bomb side, or at least that's what it seems like. Exapower does manage to catch one before he's eventually traded out. Santaris connecting on to Almazer. It's now going to be all on Jerry. But as I said, he has gone for that rotation over towards the B bomb side. He will be able to get the bomb down as well if he just hurries up slightly. Very cool gamble from Big in the pistol round, going for all 5 players fairly close towards the A-bomb site. That definitely suggests that they've looked at forZe and looked exactly how they like to play these pistols. Jerry Needs to come up big. That's a nice first frag on to Titian. Question is, did he actually spot his other opponent? Now he hears him at the very least. Santaris is going to be forced to push closer towards the bomb side with that smoke. Jerry is going to try to see if he can connect, but he hears his opponent making moves away from the bomb side. Santaris does manage to eventually take him down. He does have a kit and will be able to get the defuse as well. But what an absolutely hectic pistol. That could have gone either way, but Big do manage to pick it up. And as I said, very, very interesting stack here from Big in a pistol round. Not something you see all that often. To have them straight up stacking 5 players close towards the A bomb site. At the very least, Jerry managing to get the bomb down is going to be helping them quite a bit. You see, instead of them going for a force buy here, they do decide to go for a bit of an eco, what I like to call a min buy. Just a couple of pistols, bit of utility, but barely any. And just making sure that they try and give themselves the best possible, best possibility to find something here. Exipal, that's a pretty gnarly shot onto what's certain. Shots him down. Santaris posted up in a decent position. Up on short, patiently waiting for the aggression to come his way. Nothing coming his way just yet. Base crack. Good positioning as well, but not going to catch anything from that. Lit taking a bit of damage himself. We do have Tapson just hunting for frags. Exipal trying to find an angle of his own. Flit and Jerry. Flit is actually rotating over towards the B bomb side, but we do have Titian in a fairly strong position here. He's just patiently waiting for the aggression to come his way. Only one defender towards the A bomb site initially, but we do have one down towards CT as well. That's going to be Tapson. Tapson, as he peeks out, they line up for him. Okay, that's one way of doing it. Maybe a little bit lucky. Potentially a little bit good as well. Good stuff there from Tapson towards the end of it. Big do manage to pick up the first couple of rounds. That is, as I said, definitely going to be helping them out quite a bit here. Getting the pistol and the second. It's a technical timeout called by Big, by the way. Hopefully it's nothing serious. I have information that unfortunately it's a loss problem. So one of the players on the Big side of it just gonna try and see if he can restart his router real quick, depending on where you're from, I suppose. And then we'll get back into it as soon as he gets back on the server. He is on the server currently, so he's just gonna be pulling that plug real quick. Try and see if he can sort the issues here. As I said, it's probably not going to be that big of a break, but obviously need to make sure that we get those sort of technical issues fixed. I want to keep you guys updated on the other games going on while we're sitting on this technical timeout. It's not a tactical, it's a technical. And on the other games right now, over on the main channel, it's Na'Vi versus Fnatic. And in that one, Na'Vi are currently leading 9-7. Over on the C channel, it's North versus Complexity. And Complexity are leading that one 13-8. As I said, we do have another set of matches coming your way after the first round of matches. It's going to be a little bit later on tonight. Astralis versus Vitality over on the main channel. Here on the B channel, it's going to be NIP versus ENS. And on the C channel, it's going to be Godsent versus Spirits. So a lot of games to come your way tonight. And I believe, if I'm not completely mistaken, I was informed that This match here in Group B between Big and forZe is elimination match. The winner of this one between forZe and Big, the winner of it will be going through to playoffs. The loser of it will be eliminated. That's what I was informed. Let's see if I can find that information again, just to make sure that it's correct. I believe that was the case, though. Yes, indeed. So the winner of this will qualify. The loser of this one will be eliminated. So a lot on the line here for these two teams. Big do manage to pick up the first couple of rounds here for the second half. Definitely got to be helping them out. Trying to get back into this one. Get a good start for that second half. And again, real quick, I do know that we have some issues with the auto director. I'm trying my best to fiddle with the with the observing perspective on the server. Trying my best, but obviously, as I'm trying to focus on the game as well, I'm not a great multitasker. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am trying to make it work for you guys and show you as much action as possible. But yeah, I do want to apologize about the auto director not working. Typically it works alright, the auto director, to make sure that we see the majority of the kills. But today it's just not working at all. Like, it's not showing us any of the kills. So whenever you see a kill, just thank me for it, okay? As I said, the final player, forZe, over on the Big side, was just fixing his router, trying to make sure that everything was good to go, and now it seems like he's reconnected to the internet and will be able to get back on the server. He is already on the server, so hopefully everything is sorted now. I have information that the technical timeout should be lifted in just a moment. So we should be good to go in just a few seconds here. In the meantime, once again, I just want to thank all of you guys for tuning in. I see that we have a decent amount of viewers joining us for these matches. Obviously, as per usual, wow, I just looked at the numbers for the main channel. That's insane. They got 140,000 viewers on the main channel, split between Twitch and Facebook. That's absolutely insane. That's only on the English stream as well. That's ridiculous. Yeah, as I said, we have a decent amount of viewers tuning in here for the B and C channel as well, and obviously thank you guys for doing so. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the follow button, make sure you show some support for the teams over on the social medias, and show some support to ESL for managing to throw this one back online. I know this is where they started, but it is sometimes fairly difficult to readjust and bring it back to basics, so to speak. Good. First frag coming through from Keto. It's a bit of a bonus round here for Big, if you will, holding on to some of their equipment from that previous round. Samson trying to find an angle, but obviously a smoke hindered his vision. Flit is going to try his best to make a move of his own. In the meantime, forZe catching a frag over towards the B bomb site. Face crack is already pushed up quite far here. He's just going to be waiting for now. In the meantime, Flit, he's on a mission. Finds a player down towards CT. That could be massive. Oh, face crack. He pushes in at the right time, connects onto forZe. It's now going to be all on Santeris on that B-bomb site. But he gets taken down immediately, and now it's all on Titian and Kido to try and see if they can bring this one back. It is a 2-on-2 situation, so there is definitely potential for that, but Flip connecting on to Titian means it's now going to be all on Kido. Kido left alone to try and see if he can get something done. He's picked up an SG553, does give him the potential to potentially make something happen, but that's not gonna... Oh. Family show here, Extra Power. Calm down, buddy. It's not gonna happen for him, unfortunately. forZe do manage to pick up the round. First buy round for the first half, for the second half, excuse me, going in their favor. Big are gonna be a bit limited for this one. Did I say Twitch and Facebook for the 140,000 viewers? I see some of you guys like making weird faces about my Facebook comment. If I said Facebook, I obviously meant YouTube. My apologies. Yeah, what I was saying before is that the main channel currently showing Navi versus Fnatic, they got 140,000 just for the English stream between Twitch and YouTube. Not Facebook, YouTube. They might have a stream on Facebook as well. I'm actually not entirely certain about that. But as I said, Big are going to be a bit limited for this round. Could be potentially another fairly clean round on the board here for forZe. Said that before, I've been on before. Santaris. A nice first. Titian finds one as well. Face crack, good positioning here though. He catches the double, looking for the triple. Oh, will get taken down. Jerry in the meantime, he's going to be lurking forward, but look at this. Taps in good positioning. Unfortunately for him, he's only got a USP to try and see if he can find something out of it. Kido, a bit unfortunate, gets taken down here. Tapson spots his opponent, won't be able to take him down just yet. Spots yet another. They almost line up here for Tapson, but as I said, with only a USP, there's not a whole lot left for him to do. forZe do manage to pick up the round, but wasn't as clean as one probably could have suspected for it. The forZe had the better equipment for the round, but Big still managed to deal a good amount of economic damage for that one. Making sure that the economy doesn't run completely wild here for forZe. Keeping it somewhat in check, somewhat in balance. And it was a bit of a min-buy, a bit of an eco there for Big, meaning that they will have enough money to buy up completely for this one, as you can see. Do have the AWP on Cerson and M-Force on the rest. The tactical timeout getting called, but quickly resolved once again. That was called by forZe, by the way, in case you missed that. Cerson, good first frack from shorts. Meantime, a lot of players out towards middle here. Santaris finds one. Oh, takes a lot of damage in the process. Gonna try and see if he can find a different angle in the meantime. Oh no, there's nothing they can do. Absolutely mauled down here. Big holding on to the defensive over on the A-bomb site very nicely. A nice little stack over towards the toll booth as well, taking care of the final couple of players. Big picking up the secondary gun round here for the second half, and that puts a lot of pressure on forZe now. They've decided to force buy into this round rather than going for a single eco and then buying up for the next. They do decide to go for a bit of a force buy, and it seems like they want to go for something rather quickly over towards the B bomb site. Santaris is in a good position. He hears it. He hears them pushing towards it. He will find the first, gets the second as well as he burns one. Face crack falls down. Bit of damage dealt. Not a whole lot, but a tiny amount with that nade. And now forZe, they've immediately realized that this is probably not gonna happen. They decide to fall back at least slightly. Try and readjust their aggression. Nice early shot down to that aggression over towards the B bomb site from Santeris. Well-timed molly. Denies them access to the bomb site. And shutting down 2 players off the molly and a couple of shots. Definitely helps out quite a bit as well. Serson posted up. Good position with that AWP down towards CT. We do have Keto in that same spot as well. It is going to be up to Serson and Keto to try and see if they can deny this aggression back in towards the A bomb site. Lid already pushed past here. Jerry jiggle peeking. As I said, Serson, he's posted up in a good position with that AWP. Gonna try and see if he can connect the angle, and he does exactly that. Exapower gonna try and see if he can get the bomb down. Will be able to do so, but does get taken down immediately after. Taps and shuts him out. That is going to be big, picking up a clean round. Not losing a single player, and again, that is definitely going to help them out when it comes to their economy as they move forward here for the second half. You can see their economy is already pretty good, actually. 7,000 on Tapson, 5,000 on Santeris after reinvesting into the round. A lot of money all in all here on pretty much all the players of Big. This is gonna make it a bit troublesome for forZe to try and bring this one back. Now, they're not super far behind, as you can see, but they are going to be on an eco on this one, and that should help Big get a bit of extra money to work with for the next. Work on that bank even further. Oh, the double nade in towards the bomb site deals so much damage. Keto, he's on the bomb site, but quickly taken down, or eventually taken down. Serson does manage to trade out with Almacer. It's now going to be all on Exapower as Serson takes care of Jerry with that nade. Exapower trying to connect something, anything at all, but it's not going to work out for him. Only one frag in the favor of forZe for the round. It is going to be yet another one on the board here for BRG. For this round, initially a bit of aggression up towards top of mid from Face Crack, but it's only Face Crack. We actually see Big burning a bit of utility to try and take him down from that position. A bit more utility now, but the nade doesn't go as far as it probably should have. So he won't lose his position just yet. He loses a tiny amount of HP, but nothing major. Probably not gonna hurt that much, honestly. Now forZe setting up for potential aggression. Looks like they want to make it up towards the short position flit. That's a bit of a rough one, honestly. Not the greatest. Not the greatest spray down we've seen in a while. Oh, hey, he managed to get the job done eventually. Flit does finally get taken down by Tapson. As you can hear the chat ticking, we can't read it, but I think it's Flit and Santeris having a bit of a chat about that exchange, honestly. Jerry gonna try his best to see if he can make something happen, but it's not gonna work. Exapower is gonna be the last man standing, 1-on-4 situation. Does have the bomb control, does have an AWP on his back. Yeah, there's not a whole lot he can do for this one. Timer is running low. That means that Exapower is forced to try and see if he can hold on to his weapon for this one. It seems like he will be able to do exactly that. But it will be yet another round on the board for Big. 13-10. Big Now just 3 rounds away from shutting it down here on their own map choice. A quick reminder for you guys, it was actually looking really hot and heavy here for Big to start off with. They got the 5-0 on the board in very strong fashion, barely losing any players in all of those 5 initial rounds actually. But then forZe answering back with 8 rounds in a row, and then it was sort of a little bit back and forth. But now Big regained that momentum that they lost after the first 5 rounds that they gained. Serson gets taken down by Flitz. Okay. Keto connects onto Jerry. Almacer finding one as well. Oh, we're missing all the action again. That's so unfortunate. Flit picks up an AWP. He's got to try and see if he can find an angle here. Moving in towards jungle area. Does manage to connect on Santeris, and that actually brings it back to a 2-on-2 situation. This was a bit of an eco here for forZe, and it looks like it might actually work for them. Obviously, exit power, he bought in, or saved into the round, rather. Flit has now picked up that AWP. As I said, it is a 2-on-2 situation with Titian and Tapson moving as a unit. Oh, what a shot from Titian. That's so incredibly important. Finding the frag on Flit. Almost connected in the second, but not quite. Tapson is so low on HP, but he finds the angle. He almost takes him down. If he just took a slightly better peek, he could have definitely dealt with him. Phase crack does get the bond down. Gonna try and see if he can find an angle here. Tapson gonna try and do the same. He does have that SG553, gives him a lot of firepower to work with. He does have hit armor as well. Not that it matters too much, because he's so incredibly low on HP, down to just 12. A single shot from Phase Crack will do the trick, but Tapson, such a smart little sound cue there to try and bait out his opponent. Oh, Tapson. I love it. I absolutely love it. That is going to be the 14th round on the board, but a very, very solid round here for forZe, all things considered. They only had 1 player investing into the round. They had 4 players who didn't really invest anything into it, and they still managed to bring it down to a 1-on-1 situation. That could have honestly gone either way, but in the end it does give Big yet another round on the board. Big sitting on 14, just 2 rounds away from shutting this one down. They're gonna try their absolute greatest to do it as quickly as possible. Tapson posted up decent positioning. In the meantime, Phase Crack getting boosted in towards window. Tapson, he should be aware about it. He's not checking the angle at all. Phase Crack shuts him down. Have they forgotten that you can still silent boost in towards window, that you don't have to solo jump it? Keto gets shot down. Okay, this is looking a whole lot better all of a sudden here for forZe, at least for this round. And with Titian getting taken down as well, it's all on Santeris. Finds the one on Flit, but he takes so much damage in the process. And now they know his positioning, and eventually will get taken down here by Phase Crack. And that is going to be the 11th on the board now for forZe. Guess the silver lining here for Big is that they did manage to string together a fairly nice economy. I think that's a bit of an understatement, actually. A bit of a crazy economy, to be completely honest with you. That means that they will be able to buy up completely for this round once again. They do have full utility. They got the AWP on Serson as per usual. M4 and the rest have a lot of defuse kits as well, 3 to be exact. Now, Jared got a leading the charge, but gets taken down immediately by Santeris. Phase Crack. He's going to be trying to push in towards the bomb site. Santeris taking a bit of damage here. Tapson as well. Tapson still posted up. Santeris likewise. Do manage to catch a couple of frags here, but FaceCrack, Almacer, and Exapower are still going to be trying to push in towards the bomb site. But Xantares and Titian still answer. In fact, what a flick from Exapower, but he is left alone in a 1-on-4 situation. Spots another player out towards short. Oh, what a nice no-scope, almost connecting that on towards Keto as well, but not quite. And that will bring Big on to match point. 15th round on the board, giving them a brilliant opportunity to potentially close this one down right here, right now. And due to that, we do see another tactical timeout getting called. And once again, it is called by forZe. They know that they're heavily pressured for this one. They know that they need some sort of a miracle to bring this one back and bring it all the way back to potentially overtime now. (15-11) as mentioned. Very tough situation to be in here if you're forZe, especially after they got 8 rounds in a row on the first half. Makes it even tougher for them. And now with Almacer getting taken down very early into the round. Honestly, very rough situation to be in for forZe, but we gotta remember, it's the first map of a best-of-3 series. There's obviously still plenty of opportunities for them to maybe, just maybe, bring this one all the way back. Exapower trying to find an angle with his AWP, with the smoke out. He's not going to be able to peek in towards the window. Molly down. Trying to find an angle here, and he does exactly that. Taps and in the meantime, catching one of his own. Exapower will eventually get taken down by Xantares. It's now Keto on the A-bomb side. He deals with Jerry, finds the final frag for the game as well. That will do the trick. Big do manage to take a very strong victory here on Mirage. First map of the series goes in the favor of Big.